Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Hope. Thank you for coming back. I understand you had a very good interview with a colleague of mine last week. It wasn't recorded, but he suggested that I come back and talk to you.
Yes.
So I'm glad that you're back for this. Do you have a copy of your resume,
Yes,
Hope?
I do.
Thank you. Wow, it looks great. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Hope.
So I'm a sophomore at Monmouth University. I'm studying marketing and management, and I'm the president of the Honor School Association, and I'm also an active member in the American Marketing Association. And I think those experiences right there have led me to have more leadership skills and also get a little bit of an insight into the marketing industry, but having an internship at Monmouth Park will definitely give me the real life knowledge of the marketing industry.
Okay. So we have a number of people applying for this position, and I'm curious why you think we should hire you. What might differentiate you from other candidates?
Well, I think that I'm always up for a challenge, and I saw in the Asbury Park Press article written by Stephen Edelson that the New Jersey Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association President John Forbes said that Monmouth Park is fighting to improve itself. And I think most people, when they see that, would be like a little iffy about it, especially in an intern position. But I see it as a challenge, and I would love to be a part of that challenge and use my skills to benefit Monmouth Park.
Okay. Tell me about your strengths.
I would say that I'm really eager to learn, in that I'm really determined to succeed. So I would love to be a part of an association that's trying to improve itself overall. And I was reading that in a PDF file on the Monmouth Park website that Monmouth Park has before gone through ups and downs, but always comes out on top. So I'd love to be a part of that, just another revival of Monmouth Park.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we would love to see that as well. What about your weaknesses? Hope everybody has weaknesses. Tell me about yours.
I don't think that I have any that would have hindered me from doing my best of my abilities as an intern here.
Okay, well then, from that, tell me about what your former employer would say about you, or what your professor who's your advisor at Monmouth would say about you.
Well, my former employer would say that I'm really dedicated to my work, I'm not like a flaky person at all, and that my customer service skills are definitely really good because I love communicating with people, so it just kind of comes naturally to me, so I think that would be really good in a marketing position as well.
Anything else they would say about you?
I think they would say that I'm always like on top of things. I don't just wait for them, like my advisor, to like tell me what to do. I always know like what classes I want to take because I want to like do my best here at Monmouth also.
They would say you're proactive and have initiative.
Yes.
Oh, good, good. We certainly need these kind of people here. What are your short-term and long-term goals?
My short-term goals would be to get an internship here to gain that real-life knowledge of the marketing, like in the marketing industry. But then my long-term goals would be to work for like a fashion company as like a marketing consultant.
Okay. So if there were to be a graphic about Hope and a few words would pop out of them, what would they be for you?
I think it'd be organized. I love being organized. I think that's the best way to get your work done. Positive. I try to make the best of every situation, and also creative. I love to just apply any creativity to a situation that I can.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at your resume and ask you some questions from that. I see near the top of your resume you have experience as an honor school office assistant. So tell me about that.
So I work closely with the dean, but also with the students. I kind of act as a liaison with the students to the honor school. I help them with all their forms, to keep everything organized for the dean. I help him with his appointments. I make meeting time, like I book the appointments and stuff within the library. And I just think that that helps me like get a sense of like office life and not just like in a restaurant or just like in a casual setting. I have to be professional there, and I work with the dean, so that is a great experience for me.
I see here also that you designed the web page for it, so it sounds like you have some HTML experience, some web design or web content creation experience. Tell me more about that.
Yes, a little bit. That's for the Honor School Association. I designed that for my club. And that was just like giving us a briefing of like the mission of the club, and also like just the descriptions of the executive board in the club. And I think that just really helped me to see like how web pages work.
Okay. And I see you were talking about well, it says here peer mentor for the honors school. So that wasn't what you were talking about before, was it? This is a different situation?
Yeah, I'm actually a peer mentor for the incoming freshmen in the honors school. So I help just get them assimilated into college and just ask any questions that they have and just really make sure that they're comfortable and just like act as a friend really for them. So that helps me like understand people and just another insight into like their lives.
Okay. I see here also you're a hostess, or you were a hostess at the Blend on Main. I'm not familiar with them. Tell me about that and also about your work there.
So that's like a fine dining restaurant, so that also helped me because I have to be very professional there because the customers that come in and also my boss have very high standards for the restaurant. So I have to at all times make sure everyone is happy, including my boss, and he's also the chef. So it's a bit of a high stress situation, but I always make sure like that
6 minutes.
that everyone's happy, and like that's my goal there is just to make sure the customers are happy.
Okay, wonderful. So do you have any questions of us, Hope?
Yes, I do actually. I saw on the Monmouth Park website that there's going to be a viewing party for the Breeders' Cup, and I was just wondering if you're using that as like a marketing technique to be involved in the Breeders' Cup, since it's American Pharoah's last game, but like since you couldn't actually get the Breeders' Cup at Monmouth Park.
Yes, so you're right, Hope. We always look for opportunities to get people to the park. So obviously American Pharoah being at the Haskell was a big event. We had 60,000 people here. So anything that we can do to get some of those people back is something we're going to try to do. So a viewing party for the Breeders' Cup, obviously, if we can get a few thousand more people here, then yes, that is definitely an opportunity, yes.
That's great.
Anything else?
Yes, I actually saw that there's a YouTube page for Monmouth Park. It's Mike Kersey's. And I was just wondering, as an intern, like a marketing intern, will I be involved in that YouTube blog about like racing on that day and stuff? I thought that was very interesting.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. As you can imagine, one of the issues that we have is getting younger, educated people to Monmouth Park. And we are trying so hard to use social media like YouTube and others to reach out to these people. Quite frankly, we don't know if we're succeeding. So if we can have someone like you in a marketing position, it would be helpful for you to look at what content we have in YouTube and perhaps suggest what additional content we should put up there or what different approach we should take with our YouTube channel so that would appeal to more like Monmouth Park students like yourself, Monmouth University students. Boy, we would love of the 10 or 12,000 people to come to have a few hundred or 1,000 of them be Monmouth University students and then stay from that point on.
That's great.
So, do you have any other questions of us?
I was just wondering how the working environment is at Monmouth Park.
It can be a bit frantic. We really need people to be resourceful. We need them to be flexible. So if you're the kind of person who likes a Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 job where all your responsibilities are defined, this is probably not the right place for you. But if you like coming in and figuring out, okay, what are my challenges for the day, and then realize that they may be preempted by another priority for something that came up, and you thrive in that environment, you'll be okay. So you'll see that it's a lot of buzz, a lot of activity. Yeah. Do you have any other questions, Hope?
I was wondering how far along in the interview process you are.
So we're in the middle of a 2-week period where we're interviewing a number of people. And at the end of this 2-week period, we're going to ask some people to come back. Obviously, you've done well because we're asking you to come back already. But we're going to have a few other people come back. And then at that point, we'll probably make a decision and we'll call you by phone.
Okay, great. Yeah, looking forward to that.
Do you have any other questions, Hope?
I don't think at this time.
No? Okay, well, really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to get to know me better.
It's our pleasure. We're glad to have Monmouth University students interested in helping us at Monmouth Park. So thank you for coming in, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.